In this lecture, I'm going to describe how to get support. You're probably going to get stuck at some point, so this is the way to get unstuck. We're going to talk about email, Facebook groups, tutorials, all kinds of stuff online. So let's get started. So there are 5 forms of support that you can depend on as you're taking this course. One is email support from the Create Studio or Vidello company, and I'm going to show you that coming up. Another is that they've got for Create Studio a Facebook group, and I'm going to show you how to find that, join it. Now this isn't exactly for support, it's more for discussion and sharing things with fellow users of the product. Support should really go through the email support interface. Then I'm going to show you what online video tutorials there are, and there's lots. They've got about 200 videos on YouTube on how to do various things. It's about as extensive as this course is going to end up being, maybe even more extensive, and they're going to keep adding to it. The other thing that I want to do is talk about the online forum where you can ask questions of fellow users and the staff and so on. And if you prefer that to just email support, you could do that option. And then the final one that you've got, and we're going to talk about this in the next lecture, is how to contact your instructor, Brian Jackson. And I've got a Facebook group as well that I recommend you join. Now let's look at the first one, email support. Send an email to support@createstudio.com and you'll get excellent support, quick response. Now remember, they are located in the United Kingdom. So if you're in the United States, where a lot of Udemy students are, that you got to remember you're going to be 8 hours ahead. So it may take them a while to find your email and respond to it. If you're in India, another big country, what are you, maybe 8 hours, I would guess, ahead. So remember that we're all a big world and it may take a little while to find your email and respond to it. But send support questions to support@createstudio.com. That's really easy to remember. The next thing is the Facebook group, and that's groups Create Studio Official. Now there are many Create Studio groups, but this is the official Create Studio group that you should join and discuss with your peers the use of the product. Now don't do support questions here. Don't advertise, don't do all of the bad things that you may be thinking. Just interact with your fellow users of the product and share what you're doing. Now the final things are online video tutorials and forum and so on. And to address that, I'm going to jump over to my screen and show you all of this stuff. So let's jump over there and take a look at how these things work. Now the first thing that I want to do is I want to jump back to the group. And here is the group. The way to find it is to search Facebook for Create Studio, not one word, but 2 words in this case. That's interesting. And it's the official. So go to Create Studio Official, and then you have to ask to join the group. So click on the group and ask to join, and they'll ask you several questions, basically making sure that you follow the policies. You don't promote yourself, you don't advertise, you're not nasty, and so on. And when you agree to those things, you're going to have access to a great resource to interact with fellow students. Now, once again, if you have a support question, send it to support@createstudio.com. Here you can discuss and interact with people. Now, the other forms that we're talking about are actually best accessed via Create Studio. So let's bring up Create Studio, and the first is the Learn button. Check this out. You click on Learn and you go to the Create Studio YouTube channel. And here there are literally, I counted them up, nearly 200 videos on how to do various things. This is pretty much where I learned how to do Create Studio, and then also playing myself and finding some tricks and and pulling over some ideas from other products and reapplying them here. But there's a lot of stuff here. So if you go to videos, you're going to see all the videos. If you go to playlists, they kind of group them into various playlists. Where are the rest of my playlists? Created playlists. I thought that there were more. Oh, this is just the playlist. So here's templates, new characters, mini-series. So you can see the various playlists. There are no communities, channels, and about is very short. But there's 200 tutorial videos here for you to look at. And once again, that is by clicking on the Learn button on the main screen of Create Studio. Now, the other thing that you can do is go here, see the little picture of the guy and the down arrow. This is where you get to your account, and you can look at the updates, and you can log out. Well, there's a support click. And this is a forum that you can sign in on, and you can go to various kind of classes of topics. So here's how to manage my license. And you go here and they give you a textual description, they give you related articles, and then here's discussions of various users and their responses to this particular thing. So you can join in on the discussion on the forum here. Now, once again, support, if you really want it, and you want it quick, go to support@createstudio.com. And that's all the stuff that you got. In the next lecture, I'm going to talk about how to get in touch with me and how to join my Facebook group and other things. But that's it for Create Studio support. It's pretty good support. I think they've covered all of the bases. So with that said, we're going to move on to the next lecture, the last lecture in this introduction, which is how to watch this course, and actually any Udemy course. I'll see you there.